The desert sands hold secrets. They whisper tales of empires long gone, of cities swallowed by time. Few stories are as captivating as that of Babylon, a name synonymous with luxury, power, and ultimately, tragedy. The Babylonians, with their advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics, were among the first to map the heavens and decipher the patterns of the universe. Babylon, even in ruins, continues to fascinate us. But before we delve into the ashes of its decline, let us travel back to Babylon's genesis, to the time when its mighty walls were first erected, and its name was whispered with awe. To the ancient Greeks, Babylon was a city of almost mythical status. Tales of its splendor and grandeur spread far and wide, painting a picture of opulence and architectural prowess unmatched anywhere else in the world. Located in the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, Babylon was strategically positioned for greatness. From its humble beginnings as a small port city, Babylon rose to become the capital of a vast empire that stretched across Mesopotamia. Its rulers constructed magnificent temples, palaces, and gardens, pushing the boundaries of architecture and engineering. Babylon's story is one of innovation and cultural dynamism, but also of the cyclical nature of power. The land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, known as Mesopotamia, is often called the Cradle of Civilization. It was here, in this fertile crescent, that humans first transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle to settled agriculture, giving rise to the world's earliest cities. Amongst them was Babylon, destined for a grandeur that would echo through millennia. These early settlers, resourceful and resilient, learned to tame the floods of the Tigris and Euphrates, harnessing the river's power for irrigation and transforming the arid landscape into a breadbasket. Babylon, strategically positioned at the crossroads of vital trade routes, was poised to capitalize on this burgeoning era. Around 2000 BC, a new era dawned in Babylon's history with the rise of the Amorites, a Semitic people who swept across Mesopotamia. Among them was a ruler named Sumu-Abum, who, seizing an opportunity presented by the shifting political landscape, established himself as the first king of Babylon. Though little is known about Sumu-Abum's reign, his ascension marked a turning point. Under Sumu-Abum and his successors, Babylon began to assert its influence over the surrounding territories. The foundations were being laid for a powerful city-state, but it would be Hammurabi, the sixth king of the Amorite dynasty, who would catapult Babylon onto the world stage and etch its name in the annals of history. No figure looms larger in the story of Babylon's rise than Hammurabi, a ruler whose name has become synonymous with law and order. Ascending to the throne in 1792 BC, Hammurabi inherited a kingdom on the cusp of greatness, and through his military prowess and political acumen, he would transform Babylon into the dominant force in Mesopotamia. Hammurabi's conquests extended Babylonian rule across Mesopotamia, bringing vast territories under his control. Yet his legacy rests not only on military achievements, but also on a groundbreaking legal code that would influence civilizations for centuries to come. Inscribed on a towering stele, Hammurabi's Code, a collection of 282 laws, addressed a wide range of issues, from trade and commerce to family matters and criminal justice. The Code's influence extended far beyond Babylon's borders, serving as a model for legal systems in other Mesopotamian kingdoms. Under Hammurabi's rule and his successors, Babylon flourished. The city once transformed into a bustling metropolis, a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Its streets, alive with the sounds of commerce and cultural exchange, became a melting pot of languages, religions, and traditions, a central role in the ancient world. Babylon's architectural achievements were no less impressive, with grand temples, palaces, and public works showcasing the city's wealth. It was during witnessed the construction of one of its most enduring symbols, the magnificent ziggurat, dedicated to the god Marduk, later known as Etemenanki. The name Nebuchadnezzar resonates through history as a symbol of Babylon's zenith, a ruler who embodied both the city's grandeur and its eventual demise. Ascending to the throne in 605 BC, Nebuchadnezzar inherited a kingdom already mighty, yet he envisioned an even grander destiny for Babylon. He poured resources into massive construction projects, transforming Babylon into a city of unparalleled splendor. Under his reign, the city's walls were extended and fortified, making Babylon one of the most impenetrable cities in the ancient world. Nebuchadnezzar's ambition extended beyond mere beautification. He envisioned a city that would be a center of knowledge, commerce, and religious devotion. Of all Nebuchadnezzar's ambitious projects, none captured the imagination quite like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Legend has it that Nebuchadnezzar II, yearning to ease the homesickness of his Median wife, Queen Amytis, who missed the verdant hills and valleys of her homeland, commissioned the construction of the Hanging Gardens. These weren't gardens in the traditional sense, but a series of elaborate terraces rising one above the other, supported by arches and columns, and irrigated by a complex system of pumps and aqueducts that drew water from the nearby Euphrates River. On these terraces, Nebuchadnezzar's gardeners recreated on a grand scale the lush landscapes of Amytis' homeland. The Hanging Gardens, a testament to love and engineering ingenuity, became a symbol of Babylon's opulence and a source of wonder for all who beheld them. Nebuchadnezzar's reign witnessed not only the creation of breathtaking gardens, but also the construction of architectural marvels that showcased the artistic brilliance of Babylonian civilization. Among these, the Ishtar Gate, a monumental gateway dedicated to the goddess Ishtar, stood as a testament to Babylon's power and grandeur. Leading into the heart of Babylon, the Ishtar Gate was more than just an entrance. It was a symbolic threshold between the mundane and the divine. Constructed from millions of glazed bricks, the gate shimmered under the Mesopotamian sun, its vibrant blue background a stark contrast to the arid landscape. The Ishtar Gate, a masterpiece of ancient architecture and a testament to Babylonian artistry, served as a powerful symbol of the city's might and its deep connection to the divine. Nebuchadnezzar's reign marked a golden age, not only for Babylon's architectural and artistic endeavors, but also for its intellectual pursuits. The city, already a center of learning since the time of Hammurabi, flourished as a hub of astronomical observation, mathematical innovation, and literary achievements. Babylonian astronomers meticulously recording the movements of the stars and planets from their towering ziggurats made significant advances in understanding the celestial sphere. Babylonian mathematicians, working with a sexagesimal system based on the number 60, made groundbreaking discoveries in geometry and algebra. Babylonian scribes, meticulously carving cuneiform script onto thousands of clay tablets, preserved a wealth of knowledge for posterity. Empires, like stars, burn bright but eventually fade. Babylon, for all its splendor and might, was not immune to the forces of history. One of the greatest threats to Babylon's longevity was its geographic vulnerability. Situated in a flat, open plain, the city lacked natural defenses, making it reliant on its massive walls and the might of its army for protection. As Babylon's empire expanded, so too did its borders, stretching its military thin and making it vulnerable to incursions from ambitious rivals. These simmering tensions, combined with external pressures, would eventually weaken the empire from within, paving the way for its eventual downfall. Following Nebuchadnezzar's death in 562 BC, Babylon entered a period of instability. A succession of weak rulers, plagued by internal strife and courtly intrigue, proved unable to maintain the empire's vast holdings. As Babylon's grip on power loosened, neighboring empires saw an opportunity to seize control. One such empire was Persia, a rising power in the east led by the ambitious Cyrus the Great. In 539 BC, the seemingly impregnable city of Babylon fell to the Persians in a swift and decisive campaign. Whether this tale is literal or allegorical, it captures the swiftness and decisiveness of Babylon's fall. The fall of Babylon, once the invincible heart of a mighty empire, sent shockwaves throughout the ancient world. The city that had withstood countless sieges fell in a single night, a testament to the shifting tides of power. Cyrus entered Babylon not as a conqueror but as a liberator. He guaranteed religious freedom and respected customs, contrasting the oppressive rule of the Babylonian kings. Under Persian rule, Babylon remained an important economic and cultural center. The Persians incorporated Babylon into their empire, allowing it to prosper under foreign rule. The fall of Babylon marked the end of an era, closing a chapter in history. The fall of Babylon was not the end of the city's story. Babylon's cultural and intellectual influence continued to resonate throughout the ancient world. Babylonian astronomical observations and mathematical discoveries laid the groundwork for scientific advancements. The Babylonian calendar influenced timekeeping systems throughout the ancient world. Hammurabi's code served as a model for lawmakers seeking justice and social order. The echoes of Babylon's grandeur continue to resonate throughout history. Babylon, though reduced to ruins reclaimed by the desert, is not a tale that ends in mere dust. It is a story written in the foundations of our civilization. When we look up at the night sky, we see constellations charted by Babylonian astronomers, their names echoing through millennia. Our understanding of time itself, the division of hours and minutes, has roots in Babylonian mathematics, their base 60 system shaping our modern clocks. Even the concept of law, of a codified system to govern society, finds its earliest precedents in Hammurabi's code. Though harsh by today's standards, it was a revolution in its time, striving for consistent justice over arbitrary rule. This idea that laws should apply equally is a cornerstone of civilizations that followed. But Babylon's legacy is not just one of abstract concepts. The Hanging Gardens, though their exact location debated, still capture our imagination. A king, driven by love for his queen, sought to recreate the lushness of her homeland amidst the desert. This feat of engineering, of defying nature itself, speaks to the audacity of human desire and our ability to reshape the world around us for good or ill. This is the paradox of Babylon, a civilization both awe-inspiring and cautionary. And it is in understanding this duality that we find the true value of its story for us, even now. To admire Babylon's achievements, we must also confront the reasons for its downfall. Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon, though a pinnacle of its time, was built upon a system inherently unstable. Conquest brought wealth and prestige, but also resentment. The empire's diversity enriched its culture, but led to internal divisions. Rulers focused on power often resorted to oppression. This bred unrest, making them susceptible to rivals like Cyrus of Persia. True strength lies in the loyalty and well-being of a nation's people. When a ruler loses sight of this, decline becomes inevitable. The walls of Babylon could not protect it from internal weaknesses. Even the greatest civilizations are not immune to the forces of history. These forces are shaped by the choices we make, both individually and collectively. Today, as we grapple with our own complex challenges, from climate change to political polarization, the story of Babylon takes on a renewed urgency. It reminds us that our actions, no matter how small they may seem, have consequences that ripple through time. The choices we make today will shape the world we leave behind for future generations. Just as Babylon's rulers faced decisions about resource management, social cohesion, and the use of power, so too do we. Their successes and failures, viewed through the lens of history, offer valuable insights into the potential pitfalls of unchecked ambition and the importance of long-term thinking. Babylon's legacy is a double-edged sword. It inspires us with the heights of human achievement while cautioning us against the hubris that can lead to our downfall. It reminds us that civilizations, like individuals, are not destined for greatness. It is earned through wisdom, compassion, and a deep understanding of our interconnectedness with each other and the world around us. The desert winds still blow across the ruins of Babylon, carrying with them whispers of a glorious past. But those whispers are not just echoes of a bygone era. They are warnings, exhortations, and perhaps even glimmers of hope for our own civilization. Babylon's story is a reminder that progress is not linear, that even the most powerful empires are not invincible, and that the seeds of our own destruction often lie within ourselves. Yet it also reminds us of the enduring power of the human spirit, our capacity for innovation, our thirst for knowledge, and our ability to create beauty even in the face of adversity. The true legacy of Babylon lies not in its towering ziggurats or its magnificent gardens, but in the lessons we learn from its rise and fall. It is a story that challenges us to reflect on our own values, our own choices, and the kind of world we want to create for ourselves and for generations to come. For in the end, the story of Babylon is not just about the past. It is about us and the choices we make every day.